Alrighty everybody, welcome back to day number 6 of our solo adventure on a freshly wiped 60 out of 60 official PvP server. Today is a very special day on this server because in just a couple minutes, the first ever raid window of this wipe will begin. I did spend the last episode, day number 5, building and fortifying my base the best I could, since in case you don't know, I'm a complete noob when it comes to V-Rising. This will be my first time ever defending my base. If anything does happen, whether we survive or not though, it should still be a good time and of course a good learning experience. But yeah guys, here we are. The first raid window is about to begin in less than 1 minute. Really excited, don't know what to expect, but hopefully it's gonna be an epic day. Oh yeah, check it out, look at the chat. Castle PvP has been turned on for the first time. Who's gonna get raided today? We'll have to keep an eye out on the chat and maybe on the map to see if we can find. We'll try and scout those raids out, go in rat form, see what they're up to, see if there's any PvP we can get ourselves into. And of course, we'll be ready to defend our base. Yeah, it would be nice to get some PvP practice in before any raid defense that we might have to do, because just in case you're a new viewer, a little heads up, I'm very bad at PvP. I tend to mix up all my spells, forget to use my counter, and when I do use it, it's always at the worst time. Been working on it though throughout this week, little by little, just trying to build my muscle memory.
I detect dark magic. The siege is coming.
Alright, the first golem of this wipe has officially gone off. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna show where in the map the golem is. I need to be around that area, right, for it to show up. I love the notifications. Love how the server tells you that someone's raiding. I wonder who might it be. Of course, today, first week, we don't really have any plans of raiding, just because right now we're just trying to survive, really. We want to make it through this today and tomorrow, 2 days of raid, without losing our stuff. That is the goal. Once we get to max level, then yeah, we can start thinking about doing some golem raids and all that. And of course, once we've had proper PvP training, once we start to feel a little bit more comfortable and start winning more battles. So I'm just going to keep an eye on chat. Someone is bound to say if they're being raided. Oh, okay. I see who's getting raided. So these guys right here, somebody mentioned it in chat. Apparently it's these guys up here. It's a duel. I actually had some run-ins with them a few days ago. I was trying to fight the boss over at the Church of the Damned, and they were kind of gatekeeping that area in rat form. And yeah, I ended up fighting them a couple times. We're gonna go check out that raid, see what's going on there. Oh, everyone's coming here. Everyone's like, where's the raid? Everyone that's not raiding is curious to see. Let's see, are we getting close? Should be this one here. This is the base. Don't see any golems on the map, so some misinformation in the chat. Ideally, I would want to have a few more banshees. I wasn't able to find the flowers that you need to be able to summon them. Only had enough to summon 10. Yeah, so this is the base. No golem here. Somebody also said in chat that this player might be getting raided, but doesn't look like it. Just want to see what raids are like so that I can get an idea for how to defend myself and how to do them in the future. Guys, look what I just found. I was scouting this base here and they have this public garden. Look at the flower that they have, the plague briar, which is the one that we need to be able to summon the banshees for our base defense. If you guys watched the last episode, you might remember that we spent a big portion of the day just roaming around Gloomrot trying to find this flower. Didn't really have much luck. Glad we have a location for this flower now though, because that was a pain yesterday. Hopefully through farming this garden a couple times we'll be able to get more seeds so that we can start growing our own. In the last episode, I pretty much covered the entire process of building my castle in detail. But while we wait for any raids, I think I'll give a quick base tour just for any new viewers. Just keep in mind, this is not some crazy hardcore PvP base. I'm just a noob that watched a bunch of base building videos and tried to replicate some of the suggestions in those videos. My goal with this build is really to just slow down my raiders enough to run out the siege timer and hopefully survive. So over here with the banshees, I ended up building this patio area, and the whole purpose behind this is to have to force my raiders to have to bring their golem all the way up here if they want to attack my castle castle in order to start the siege. Originally, I had built a staircase with a single door guarding it, but I learned that that's not really a good idea because my raiders can just easily attack that door and staircase with range attacks all the way from here. So I did end up removing the staircase, single door entrance, and added the patio here, forced them up here if they want to start that breach. And as you can see here, we have multiple doors, different areas to be able to attack that golem from, instead of just that single door entrance like we had before. We also have the banshees here to help out. If anything goes wrong, we just let them loose and let them do their thing. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have time this week to build an army of servants, which is why we're primarily relying on the banshees for that additional help. I only have one crappy servant with really crappy armor. They're not gonna do much. That's why I kind of hid the servant coffins all the way here. They're not really gonna do anything. Now, once the raiders get through that banshee entrance, they're gonna have to go through all of this honeycomb on their way to the castle heart. It's not a crazy amount of honeycomb, but really that's all we could do given the size of this land. I did make all of my outer walls doors just because it was recommended, since let's say I'm in a fight with one of the raiders and I need to dip out of that fight, I can just open the door, close it, and I'll have this safe area here to heal back up. Now, once we get past all the honeycomb here, we have the staircase that leads to the second floor. And as you can see, we have our castle heart right there. I put some extra tombs here with some skeleton priests just to help guard the castle heart. I don't really expect them to do much in terms of defense. My goal is just to create some more chaos right before they get to the castle heart, make it a little bit more difficult for them. Moving on to the second floor now, this is where I have my loot room, my benches, all that. I set up some extra honeycomb up here just in case the raiders don't key the castle. They're gonna have to go through some extra doors to get to that loot. Once we get to the middle of the second floor, we have our benches. Got our bedroom here. We can teleport to the bottom. Got some heals, our most important materials to repair our armor. Over here we have this window. If we end up getting killed, we can just respawn up here. We repair our armor and then head back down to defend. This base has two entrances and thankfully they both line up with each other. So if they're raiding from the other side, we have that other window to jump down. Here's our loot room, nothing crazy, just regular stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this base tour. Obviously, there's a million other things I could do to improve our chances of surviving, but I think for this first week, we'll just see what happens if we get raided and improve our base from there. It's all just a learning experience. Okay, reading global chat, I think I figured out who's getting raided. It's this base here. We're gonna go scope it out, see what's happening there. I'm to go in rat form. Let's go learn, figure out how raiding works in this game. A lot of high level players here. Jeez, we're so under leveled. Here's the golem. This one's getting summoned here. Okay, so it looks like Stefano is one of the raiders. He's from that card clan. And this base that's getting raided belongs to Val and Zane. They're the defenders. Watching this crazy raid defense, max level players, really does not give me confidence and hope for surviving a raid. If we somehow survive this week, we're just gonna need to catch up all of next week. Just gotta get to level 91 and a lot of PvP practice because there's no way we can hang with these players. It's already been a full in-game day and I don't know, it seems like this clan's defending well because all the combat's still just taking place outside. They're not getting breached. Oh dang, check that out, Zane's going for the golem. Completely destroyed it. Good defense. Okay, well the castle's breached now. Now it's go time for this clan. Look at everyone here just spectating, being nosy like us. This is so much fun to watch. I've never seen a raid in action like this. We're 46 minutes into raid hours right now. I believe the raid window is 2 hours on officials. Yeah, after seeing how high all these players are in terms of gear score, we gotta get ourselves up there, man. Or else we're really not gonna stand much of a chance. Oh, what is that? They're about to take it down. Yeah, so apparently that primal blood soul can be summoned with the Stygian ritual circle. Alright, looks like it's over. GG's in chat. That was crazy. Now we kind of have an idea of how it's gonna go. Looks like people come very stacked. Not just one golem as I thought. They come with 5, 6. That's crazy though. They actually managed to defend pretty good. 5, 6, 7 golems. And I don't know how good that PvP was because I've never made it that far, but the PvP looked good. So we do have about an hour left of raid time, and I kind of want to be productive right now after seeing all those high level players. So what do you guys say we go out and hunt the next boss that will allow us to upgrade to the next tier of weapons? We'll need to take down the Cursed Smith, and once we do, we'll be able to craft dark silver ingots and also be able to craft the anvil so that we can start crafting those dark silver weapons. Golems are still going off, by the way, so gonna need to keep an eye on the chat, make sure we don't start to get raided. If we do, we're just gonna need to drop our inventory, find the nearest waypoint, and teleport directly back to base. In the last episode, we finally managed to craft the cape for the Cursed Forest, so now we're actually able to see what's around us. All these frogs. These are my nightmare. The range on them. There he is. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Actually got decently close. Did not think it would go that well. Guys, it has been such a painful struggle. I've gotten so close, but he always takes me down at the end.
Here we go.
Whew. All right, we got it with the assistance of those two players. So I was at it for, I don't know, 30-40 minutes, 1v1, and we got pretty close to taking it down quite a few times. And then this last time I was going at it by myself, but then those two players showed up. They ended up joining in on the fight, and yeah, we managed to take it down in the end. But yeah, right now we have 10 minutes left of raid hours, man. The raid window on V-Rising is so short, 2 hours. If anyone doesn't know, I come from Conan Exiles, and in that game, the raid window is 5-6 hours long, I think. It's super long. 2 hours? Kinda nice. Don't gotta sit all day waiting at your base to defend. So this episode is gonna include tomorrow's raid window as well. So we're still not out of the woods just yet. Today we managed to go unraided, but there's still the potential to get raided tomorrow as well. Although I don't really see who would come after us. I don't think we've made any mortal enemies. And there's just so many bases on this server. It's 60 out of 60. The chances of someone picking us to raid, they seem pretty small. But we'll see. Oh. Dang, 8 minutes left of raid hours. People are still raiding. They couldn't wait till tomorrow, huh? Alright, as you can see here, raid hours have officially ended. The first raid window of this wipe is officially done. So now with that out of the way, we're gonna focus on increasing our gear score for tomorrow's raid window, which means farming all the items that we need to upgrade our weapon. We're gonna need to craft this new bench, the anvil, and for that we're gonna need to go back to the Cursed Forest and farm some spectral dust from the banshees. Hopefully we'll have a much easier time now farming the banshees. It was kind of rough yesterday in the last episode without the cape. Just couldn't see anything, and of course there's so many monsters here. They just pile on. Getting a good amount of Scourge Stone, but no Spectral Dust so far. Oh, there it is, Spectral Dust. So just been clearing out these 2 Banshee villages up here in the Cursed Forest. And man, Spectral Dust, not very easy to come by. Only 3 so far. We're dead. Yeah, it's this player again. I ran into him yesterday while trying to take down a caravan. He always gets me when I'm out farming. I have this really bad habit of trying to run whenever I get ambushed, just out of instinct to protect my loot. But really what I should do is just stay and fight, because I do take a lot of damage trying to convert myself into a wolf to run away. It's better to fight. So I just ran into this player here on my way back, and I just found out she's actually Blenny's duel partner. And Blenny is the friendly player that we met yesterday here at the Cursed Forest. I asked him for help with killing one of the bosses, and he did end up helping me out. We're gonna try and have a friendly 1v1. Oh, he's coming after us. Missed our ult. Oh. So unfortunately could not get that friendly 1v1 against Blenny's duel partner. We were trying to set up the dueling banner, but then that player that killed me earlier started coming after us. So that would just have to wait for some other time, even though I really need to practice, because as you just saw those last 2 fights, I get destroyed pretty easily. We are going to need a change of plans. Obviously we're not going to be able to farm that area for the Spectral Dust. Especially with that player roaming around that area, there's no way. So instead we're gonna head over to Gloomrod and we're gonna try and take down this boss here, because this boss gives you the ability to craft an advanced grinder, and with that grinder we can actually make our own Spectral Dust manually, which might actually be easier than farming the Banshees, because they really were not dropping it. Let's go ahead and clear out this village first, get rid of all the NPCs that might make this fight even harder. Oh. Got him. That was crazy. So if we want to craft that advanced grinder, we need reinforced planks. Okay. Got 13 planks. Nice. So we could craft it. Let's get rid of some of these. So we're just gonna need some ghost crystals, super easy to farm, and scourge stone. So not as expensive as I thought it would be. My math is correct. This should give us enough spectral dust to craft the anvil. And then we'll probably need some more spectral dust to actually craft the weapon. Okay, we got our spectral dust. Now, because we don't have enough reinforced planks to make the anvil, I'm gonna dismantle the improved grinder, get those materials back, and use it for the anvil. Check them out, we got dark silver weapons now unlocked. We need reinforced plank and 10 dark silver ingots. We'll need to figure out how to get that dark silver now. Alrighty guys, we are back. I ended up logging off after the last clip to get some rest, and it is now the very next day. We have raid hours in a couple hours and we are ready to continue our adventure. Right now our goal is to get up to those dark silver weapons. Now according to Google, in order to make dark silver ingots, we are going to need to upgrade to the advanced furnace. Yeah, there it is. Now we can make those ingots, and for those we are going to need some silver ore and again some spectral dust. So that's going to be the plan for the next hour or so. Gonna farm for these materials, and of course we do need some more reinforced planks. And guess what guys, I have some good news. I actually spent this morning when I came online, and I spent about 2 to 3 hours on a training server, an arena server, just working on my PvP because as you guys have seen, I'm not really good at all, and I still mix up my buttons and all that, and I feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm not saying I'm gonna get a ton of kills and whatnot, but definitely much more comfortable than yesterday, and I actually came up with a build that I feel good. I'm switching over to the spear, which is great, and for my dash, switch to the frost one. My counter, same one. My R will be, oops, see, still mixing up the buttons. My R will be the chaos volley. And my ultimate will be this crazy one, just because it looks really fun. And yeah, that's the build. Hopefully we'll be able to actually get some kills today, do a little bit better than yesterday. Let's see if we'll have much better luck today farming the cursed forest for that spectral dust. So I ended up clearing out this village here and had absolutely no luck with the spectral dust. I did end up running into a player, and I talked to them for a bit, just asking them what they thought was the best way to get spectral dust. And they said that for them, they just like to send out servants here to this village to pick up some ghost crystals and then also to pick up some scourge stone. Then they just craft it manually at their base, because it can be pretty rough to farm this area for spectral dust. The drop rate's not that good, and of course people are always roaming around here. It can be pretty easy to get ganked with all your loot. So I think that's what we're gonna do as well. Obviously I don't really have any strong enough servants to survive that area, so I am gonna have to do all the farming myself, but it's really no big deal. The ghost crystal is very easy to get, and we'll just get scourge stone over at the monastery. Came back to depot back at base, and yeah, I already have a decent amount of ghost crystals here from our previous trips. Just gonna make one trip over to the monastery and we'll be set. I feel like the hardest thing to get is gonna be those silver ingots. I wonder if we're gonna be able to carry it, because silver does hurt. Alright, no one's here. 2. Not a bad trip to the monastery. Managed to get 8 scourge stone. Now we'll make a quick trip to the iron cave, get some iron ingots to make those reinforced planks. Just don't want to be looting around chests trying to get some reinforced planks, because I tend to get very unlucky, only get 2 or 3. Alright, that should be more than enough for those reinforced planks. Let's head back to base and get all these materials processed. Now, while we let all those materials cook, we are off to the silver mine for the first time ever. We're gonna get some silver ingots. Have no idea what to expect there. I imagine it's just gonna be pure chaos, because the few times that I've been to this Silverlight area, I always get killed by those NPCs with the guns. They're crazy. So reading online, it says that the main entrance to the mine is blocked off, so we gotta find a side entrance to get inside. We just need like 3 nodes, just enough to be able to craft one weapon. Ooh, what? There's a rat hole here. Oh, silver ore. Reinforced plank. A lot of it. So many chests here. Think I heard someone. Anyone that comes here is going to be high level. Oh, the cave location's so far from here. We gotta farm at least one good node before we can get out of here. Are we good? Is this enough for a weapon at least? I don't want to get too greedy. Will these guys aggro me? Oh, they don't. Oh, let's go. We got way too much silver. Oh, no way they land that. Gotta find that exit. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. Damn. Well, I ended up having to look up a tutorial because I completely forgot that the way we came in, we actually jumped down from something and now we're not able to jump back up it. So what you want to do is you want to go in human form and then there should be this lever outside that opens that front gate that was originally closed when we got here. There's the lever. Let's go. 2 things to worry about: gankers and of course these sharpshooters that never miss. Just gotta get to the cave. Alright, we made it. Here we have it. And I hope this will be enough to at least make 9 ingots, because that is how much we need right now to make this spear. And check it out, we actually formed enough planks from that mine to be able to craft at least 1 weapon. Alright, should have enough. Dark silver ingots, yes we do. The last piece of the puzzle. Now we can finally craft our dark silver spear. Did not think we would make it this far into the game. So to key the castle, it is kind of pricey. 60 dark silver ingots, 60 reinforced planks. I don't know how rare gold is. 9 primal blood essence. Dang. Yeah, I was wondering about that earlier, if people generally go through walls or if they do decide to key the castle. Seems kind of expensive, at least for this first week. I don't think clans have that many resources just to be able to craft a bunch of castle keys. I feel like a lot of them would just be going through walls. Wow, check it out. Look at this dark silver weapon. It jumps from level 18 to level 23. That's a massive upgrade. So we are now at level 70. Still nowhere near those high level players from yesterday's raid, but it's still an improvement. Even if it's just a little bit, we should have a slight better chance now at defending our base. But yeah, now that our weapon has been successfully upgraded, I do have to get off now for a couple hours, but I should be back 1 hour before raid time begins. So don't worry, we'll be here to defend if anything does happen. I'll see you guys then. Alrighty everybody, we are officially back for raid hours. As you can see here in the chat, castle PvP has been turned on right this very minute. So I did end up messaging Blenny and asking him if he wanted to have some practice 1v1s in the meantime, just while we wait out the raid window, and he said he's up for it. He's actually building an arena right now at his base and we'll get to try it out. Right now I've just been waiting back at base to see if anyone comes to raid us, but I ended up getting bored and just decided to go do something instead of just chilling at base. If I'm being honest, like I said earlier, I just don't really expect to get raided today. The server is just so loaded. There's so many players. It just feels like the chances of someone coming after us are very slim, especially since we haven't made any enemies at all.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
Oh my gosh, guys. I am getting raided. Let's go, let's go. Holy. We are actually getting raided. No way. What are the chances? No way. We're under attack already. Oh my gosh, they're already in. Letting the banshees out. And we're gonna go around so that we don't get slaughtered by all the banshees. I've never heard of this clan before. Never even seen them. Oh, no way we survived this. Come on. I forgot where all my buttons are. They're about to key the castle. This is the worst raid defense ever. They actually took down his golem though. Oh. Heal up. Yeah, I don't think they brought a key. They're trying to go upstairs straight through doors. We gotta get upstairs. We need heals. Sorry for the panic, guys, but I completely forgot how to play this game. Oh, I just realized the breach is over. We can actually repair the castle right now, I think. Okay, where do I have the brick? We need brick right now. Yes. Can I build? Yes. Let's go secure the main area here. I cannot believe those skeleton priests actually took down the golem though. I just set them up thinking they would just make things more chaotic, but in the end they actually came through, defended the castle heart. That was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a raid defense. In all of my thousands of hours on Conan Exiles, this was definitely the most nerve-wracking. I was blanking out at times. There were a few moments where I would literally stop to think and remember what key did what spell. My brain just completely blanked. Yeah, so I'm really sorry for possibly the most panic raid defense ever. I was just so clueless at times. But still, I had a good time. That was a lot of fun. Glad I had my first ever raid defense. And of course, I appreciate the online raid from that clan. Oh yeah, and Blenny came to help too. Appreciate that. They said to try to help, but they ended up getting one-shotted. I pretty much repaired all the damage they did, all the doors they went through. So glad they didn't have a castle key. Or I don't know if they had a lower one, but we did upgrade it to level 4 yesterday, thankfully. If they did key the castle though, that would have been GG. They would have definitely gotten all of our loot. Got really lucky there. That was so much fun though, I can't get over it. My heart's still beating fast. And thanks to this raid, I know my PvP was absolute trash, but I'm even more motivated now to just keep practicing and learning how to PvP. This game is just so awesome. It's easily one of my favorite ones. One big lesson that I learned though from this raid is I thought I could get back here in time once I saw the raid notification, but no. By the time you get here from wherever you are, the raiders are going to be inside your base already. So best thing to do, as boring as it may be, just wait out the raid window at your base, because you want to be able to start attacking that golem as soon as it's planted. It really doesn't take much to start a breach and start breaking doors. They were in so far by the time I got here. Alright, so I ended up messaging the players that raided me, just saying thank you for the raid. That was awesome, even though I didn't know what I was doing. And yeah, they said GG's. I asked them what made them choose my base, and they just said they saw that I was online and they wanted to do an online raid, so they came after us. So raid hours are just about to end in a couple minutes. I'm gonna head over to Blenny's base now and finally get to do some PvP practice at his new arena since we were interrupted by the raid earlier. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you're interested in seeing more of this journey, definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This episode's pretty much over, but for any of you that want some extra content, I will include some of those fights at the end of this video, just for anyone that's interested. Just chilling here now, watching them fight. Alright, here we go. I want to at least defeat Blenny once. Just gotta conserve my counter and my dash.